Welcome to another episode of Your Voice Matters. Hello, and welcome to another episode of Your Voice Matter. I am your girl, Viv Cunningham, with Preferred Real Estate Brokers selling the American Dream here in Central Florida. It's such a beautiful day. This weekend, I was talking to many different people at church, and we were talking about rain. So we need rain, guy. We need rain. I know it's coming, but we need rain. We need rain. My grass is dry. But anyway, today we're going to be talking about hometown heroes. Show me the money, find the money. I have my girl Beverly on here. I'm going to have her introduce herself. And then after that, I'm going to introduce Michelle and Melissa to you, where we're going to take it away and we're going to run with it. And we're going to answer all kinds of questions because we're going to show you how to find the money. Okay. There is a lot of money out there, guys. A lot of money. I just finished teaching the down payment assistant class, and it was 3 nights. It was Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday. They graduate on Friday. There was almost 50 people in the class. That was like awesome. I tell them go out and buy their home, because you know what? Owning a home in America is like, that's why my slogan is selling the American dream, because everybody wants to own a piece of the American dream. So I'm going to have Beverly introduce herself. Go ahead, Beverly, take it away.
Hi, everyone. I'm Beverly, and I'm at Preferred Real Estate Brokers, and I'm part of Vivian's team. So, we are here selling the American dream.
That's what we do. That's what we do. We're here to help one door at a time. One person at a time. You know what I like this? I like this. I just want you looking at it. We have all ladies on here today.
Oh, yeah. Power, women. Power.
I like power.
Stick together.
I like the power.
Like men who pull apart. We stick together.
Yes,
that's it. We're like power. We're like power. So I'm going to have Michelle. So I have Michelle, which is the mortgage loan originator with Homecoming Mortgage and Equity. And then I also have Melissa Carrera on here, and it's the branch manager. So you guys go ahead and take it away and run with it, and then introduce yourself.
Awesome. Go ahead, Michelle.
Well, good morning, everyone, and happy Monday. Viv and Bev, it's a pleasure to be back on this wonderful podcast once again. Viv's my girl, Bev's my girl, and we are selling the American dream. I just want to say thank you to both of you for being such a big supporter of mine, and how we have combined our strengths together just to kind of help one person at a time, as you mentioned. I am so pleased that I have this wonderful lady sitting next to me, Melissa Carrera. She is the branch manager of Homecoming's Mortgage and Equity. As Viv said, that I'm a mortgage loan originator, and this is my fearless leader over here. And so we just thank you for having us both on here. And we'll let Melissa introduce herself directly.
Hi, how are you guys doing?
Hi.
I am so pleased to be involved with these beautiful ladies here today. It's my first time, so I am very excited, the fact and honored that I am part of this beautiful show. We are here with Michelle, of course. She is my lovely loan officer. And then I also have Viv, which I had the pleasure to meet in person. And hopefully I get to meet you too soon enough in person. But yes, we are here to help you guys understand and know that there's so many options for you guys, and money that you guys can take home and help that you can receive, so you can guys own your own home. Be homeowners. Let's stop paying rent. That doesn't go towards you.
Absolutely.
Amen to that.
Mm-hmm.
So let's build wealth.
Yes, exactly.
Build wealth without owning a home.
Mm-hmm. So let's go ahead and get started. We are talking about hometown heroes, the big commodity. Everybody wants to know what is going on with hometown heroes, and it's coming out July 1st in a couple of more weeks. 3 weeks to be exact. It is going to be out.
More money.
Money is going to be out there for you guys. We're talking about $1 million, okay? As I know, $1 million. No one.
That's a lot of money, eh? But it
Yeah.
goes fast, doesn't it? It goes
Yes, it
fast. You don't
does.
want to wait.
Um, so we can go ahead and get started. And with Michelle here, we want to give you guys all the important rules about Hometown Heroes. If you guys haven't started the application right now, um, please do so. It's a little bit of a process for you guys to start getting the application and going. You guys want to be ready when the money drops. When the money drops and the money is ready, we have to be ready. You don't want to be one of those people that miss out for $100 million. I am so sorry. I just got corrected. $100 million, so that is drops on July 1st. So you want to make sure that you're out there stating and ready to go. You don't want to miss out on this money because as soon as it comes, as soon as it goes, everybody wants it. So you have to be ready to go. Important rules that we should know about. Credit, minimum credit score should be at least at 640. 640, guys, when we look at credit bureaus, we look at all three and we go with the middle number, okay? So don't freak out if one of your credit bureaus is lower than the other. We look at all three and we go with the middle number. Please do not put yourself as, oh, I don't qualify. Come and get with one of your professional people, Viv, Michelle, all of us, so we can go ahead and guide you the right way. A lot of you guys be like, oh, no, I don't qualify because I have a bad credit score. You don't know that. We look at all three credit bureaus, okay? Also, another thing that is changed from last time to this time is that is available for everyone that has a registered job in the state of Florida. You do not have to be a fireman or a teacher. Is for everyone that has a job registered in Florida, okay? As long as your employment is registered in Florida, you have the possibility of actually going ahead and applying for it. Another thing is for full-time employees. That's another thing that changed from last year. Last year it was you had to make sure you work 35 hours. That is no longer needed. As long as your employer says that you are full-time, we're good to go, okay? Now, another thing that is super good that is important. You have to be a first-time home buyers. First-time home buyers meaning that for the last 3 years, you have not owned a home or are entitled of a home. So if you do not own a home and you're not entitled on any other properties, you are a first-time home buyers if you can show you have not been on it for 3 years. A lot of people make the mistake of saying, oh no, I owned a home 10 years ago, so I'm not a first-time home buyer. That is correct. Yes, you are. If you have not owned a home for the last 3 years, you can definitely apply. Now, another thing that is super good about this too is that you have they're giving 5% of the loan amount up to $35,000. Correct?
Whichever's less.
Whichever one is less on the loan amount, but that's a lot of money.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of money, people.
Yeah.
It adds up.
That's money you didn't have.
Exactly. So it gives you more that you don't have to bring out of your own pocket. It saves you. You can save that for your furniture or for your, you want to do some color changes in the home. All of that money that you're saving can be towards your house instead of putting it towards down payment. Am I missing anything? Well, I'm missing a lot. No, there's more. Okay, perfect. I don't want to keep talking, and it shows here. So then we also have the capacity to get you pre-approved with the Hometown Heroes, even though it does not come out until July 1st, but you still have the capacity to go through the system, get you going, and you can have the amount that you can get pre-approved for, and you can also have the amount that you'll be getting towards down payment and closing costs, because it applies to everything. It does not apply just to down payment. Okay? Good things that we should know with VAs for my veterans out there. Okay? There are exceptions for you. You do not have to be a first-time home buyer. The veterans have that exception, okay? Guys, they go out there for door for us, so we have to thank them one way or the other.
That
So,
is cool.
mhm. So for my VAs, if you guys are questioning yourselves, hey, but I owned a house recently or I already sold it, you guys, we have exceptions for you. More details, please contact us.
Another exception too, if I can add here,
Of
Melissa,
course.
is with the program that Melissa has already outlined, being a lot like with a lot of first-time home buyer programs and grant programs and down payment assistance programs, they require what Viv does, a first-time home buyer class. This is the same. First-time home buyer class is required prior to getting the funding, and for our veterans, though, that class is waived.
Oh, wow. Really?
Yeah.
Okay.
So that's another exception for the veterans. Yeah.
Perfect. So there is money out there, guys. And let's say, for example, if you guys don't meet these requirements, because it does have income limits and it's qualifying income limits, it's not, let's say, for example, real quick, that I want to put it out there. If you guys do overtime and the overtime is not used to qualify you, you're still can get qualified within the income limits. So I just want to make sure you guys understand that there are income limits depending on the county that you're purchasing at. But if we do the qualification in the lending, they only use qualifying income. They do not use what is in your taxes or anything like that. It's qualifying income. Okay, so that's another great thing that you guys should know about. And once we have that, if you, let's say, for example, you come and apply and you do not have the option to do Hometown Heroes because of their requirements, we have so many options for you. We have 100% financing with FHA. We have different other down payment assistance programs that can help you out. Viv does a class, so she knows that there's 1,000 of them.
Lots. Plenty.
So, guys, there's so much money out there. You guys need to educate yourself. Come talk to us. We have your back. We want you guys to be homeowners. There's no
Absolutely.
reason why not. Okay. Let's stop paying rent. That is 100% interest. That's the only way that I can explain it, because none of that money you're getting back. At least when you own a house, the equity of the home is yours. When you get to sell it, is yours. So please, if there's so many options for you, there should not be a reason why you guys do not own a home. We have Michelle here. We have us,
Yeah.
we have free consultations. We don't charge to consult with you, give you guidance, give you a plan so you guys can become homeowners.
Yeah. And speaking of there's no charge, be very careful if you go to the Florida Finance Corporation page where Florida Hometown Heroes is under. There are scammers out there that are representing Florida Hometown Heroes and asking for a cost up front. This costs nothing. You should pay nothing out of pocket up front to get information for an application or even for, working with a lender. So if you hear that you have to come out of pocket prior to applying, run for the hills. You call me and Melissa or Viv, that is a scammer. Okay. Also, with the Florida Hometown Heroes, again, $100 million has been reallocated. I think this is the third refunding of the program. 100 million is going to go fast. The first year that I think it was 2021 that it was initiated, the Governor DeSantis just limited to certain professionals, hometown hero professionals, as Melissa said earlier, teachers, firemen, etc. When they opened it in 2023 to everyone in Florida, the money went exponentially fast. It's going to go the same here too. And speaking with Florida Finance Corporation, they were saying this money will probably be gone in 60 days or less. So July 1st, you want to just go ahead. July 1st is around the corner. You can start your application process now, and so that we can be in line for you to get that money July 1st, because it's going to go really, really fast.
You hear that, people? You hear that? You don't want to wait. Okay. If your credit needs cleaning up, let's talk about credit. If your credit needs cleaning up, do you help on that?
Yes, we do. We give guidance in exactly what they need to be doing so they can help and get credit going on themselves. Yes. We give step by step on what they need to do to work on their credit.
Now, is there a charge for that?
Not with us. No, ma'am.
Right, very good. And let me go back to the household income. Now you saying that it's just qualifying income. Now when it comes to the hometown heroes program, do they take in consideration all the people in the household or just the people who are working?
Just the people that are working, but is the people that are also applying.
Okay.
Again, it's qualifying income. So let's say, for example, if you and your significant other are applying, then those two are the ones that we're going to take into consideration because we are qualifying your income. Other
Hmm.
people that are living in the household, they're not part of my qualifying income because they're not on the loan application.
Okay, they have to be on loan. Now, how
Mhm.
long will it take to close a hometown heroes um, program assistant?
Just so you know, I have had the opportunity to close them in 21 days.
That's
Awesome,
awesome.
awesome,
So
awesome.
yes,
That's great.
it's just being prepared with the paperwork. That's all it is, guys. You guys, if when they ask you for a documentation, you guys provide it. The sooner the better, because that is the only thing that stops the process. The sooner we have the documents, the sooner you get ready to close. We actually do get all the documentations and request all the documentations in the beginning of the pre-approval process.
Good.
People do get a little bit frustrated because they say it's a lot of documentations, but that's because we're going ahead and doing a full pre-approval. We're
Mhm.
not just saying, oh, here you go, based on the information you provided, this is where you're at. Because your documents tell a story, and that story has to match the same information as the
Absolutely.
application. So once we have all that, you guys can go ahead and free go shopping and not worry about it falling through.
And what's
Absolutely.
the scale of the qualified income? Minimum and max.
Like what is the minimum income limits for hometown
Hmm.
heroes?
Yeah.
To my, I know that they brought it up, but I think it was last year was 86,900, if I'm not mistaken. That was the least amount that in
How
a
much?
county that somebody can make. The
Yes.
max is higher than that because we all remember it's the state of Florida. So depending on the county that you live, like Miami is way higher. I think they're like at 110
Yes. So
because
what's the
their income is
what's
limit.
the
So it's
minimum?
eight, eight, eight,
86,000.
six. Yeah, 88, 88, six. I mean, sorry.
That's 8,860.
Mm-hmm. I think that changed.
And the
It,
max is
It
So
depends.
yeah, so the max bev is going to depend. So what we would do, we would love to do a consultation for anyone that's listening to this, and we can look at the county in which they want to purchase in, because
mm,
that those max and minimum limits, Beverly, are going to
mm,
be dictated on the county. So it's
Okay.
not
okay.
across the
Yeah, that
board
makes
because
sense.
we're the whole state of Florida, and so that's going to be varied numbers.
And
Yeah,
Beverly,
that makes sense. Yes.
and just so you know, when I mean the qualifying income, it's what the lender is taking into consideration.
Mm-hmm.
Again, if the client does overtime, it's up to the lender if they're going to take that into consideration, yes or
Mm-hmm.
no.
um,
So,
do you run the file through underwriter and all of that
yes,
stuff first? And good.
yes,
So then,
ma'am.
before any issue comes up, then
Yes,
everything goes
ma'am.
at a time.
Yes,
Um,
ma'am.
what is there? If you gave someone a pre-approval and you ran their and everything through the underwriter, they came back with says that they approve. What it is that they can do in order to mess that up?
If they go ahead and get a new credit card or open new credit, um, that's one of the huge things. While you're in this process, please, guys, don't run your credit. Don't try to get I want to get my furniture credit card. No, all of that takes into consideration and it will affect your situation.
Don't buy a new car.
Do not buy a new car. If you are planning on buying a new car, or because you have like, hey, my car total lost or some personal issue like that, please let your lender know, because a lot of people, if you're not ready for that, the lending can deny you because of it. Now, the other thing too is, in case if you're changing jobs, if that's something, do not change your job while you're in the middle of the application process. If you have or want to, if you lose your job, of course that's out of your control. But if you know that you're going to lose your job or they're doing layoffs, that's something that you also should let your lending know. Your lender should be like almost like your best friend when it comes down to stuff like this, because if you are going to lose your job, maybe you have the capacity to apply somewhere else and get another job making the same amount or more, and that can save your deal. So, you just got to make sure that you're in tune with your people that are helping you out.
Absolutely.
That's it. I have a thing. I think it's 12 things that I have them raise their hand and swear to that they will not do. Like, switch job, change bank account, deposit large amount of money, go out and buy
Yeah.
furniture, go out and buy appliances, go out and get out new credit cards and stuff like that. So, but it's for us to it's for us to be able to educate these people, because the thing is, these people, these home buyers, they come in the home buyers class, and I'm telling you, they had so many questions. They have so many questions, but I told them, I said, I will not leave until all your questions are answered, because this is a big purchase.
Yes.
And I tell them, I say, if you cannot follow, okay, so when they come on Zoom, we have them, we say, switch your name and put your name in there as it should appear on your certificate that is going to appear on your loan. Oh my gosh, it gives them, it's so difficult for them to do it, I say to them, I said, can you imagine if you cannot even change your name in Zoom? How is it that you're going to follow instruction to buy a house and listen to what the lender is saying? And time is of the essence with everything. I say, you got to be able to listen, follow instruction. Don't let your anxiety kicks in. Okay. And make sure, if the lender tells you to send a document and you send it 10 times, make sure you send it again and send it quickly. Okay. Because I know when I tell a lot of people to do a review on me or do a review, I know that the hardest part is not even looking for the house. The hardest part is uploading those documents to a portal. So those are the things that you have to tell them up front. Listen, guys, a lot of times, to get me the document, that's usually the hardest part. Once you give me the documents, it's just refreshing them. If you haven't found a house in 30 days, and I might ask you for an updated bank statement, updated paycheck stub or something like that, those are easy. But the biggest part is the first part of it, when you have to upload your 2 years tax return, all your bank account information, your things like that. Usually, I don't know how is it that we can make it a lot more streamlined or easier for them, because I noticed that is where most of the buyers usually complain about.
Yes. So we have the opportunity here in Homecoming Mortgage and Equity. I give the clients, we are located in Central Orlando, like literally in the middle of Orlando. Our office is in the middle of Orlando. I give the clients the opportunity, hey, I am here Monday through Friday from 9 to 5. If you guys want to come in person and bring me your documentations,
Okay.
that's something that you guys can do. You do
Perfect.
not have to upload it, but
Right.
you do have to take the time to come here and bring me the documents. And I actually
Okay.
prefer it that way, because
Yeah.
then like that I get the documents that are really needed instead of the ones that are not.
And you get
Right. And
And
then
I
you
get
get a
to,
chance to meet them up front and face to
yes,
face and
yes,
answer any question, and kind of just calm their anxiety down, because they're
yes.
so
absolutely.
anxious. And I remember we were playing a little game, and we played a little game on every time I teach the class. What are the things that you want to see inside of a home? And we gave like 30 different things, and then we had them choose like 10, and then after that we had them choose 7, and they're choosing swimming pool over closing costs, or over a home warranty, our fence yard over a home warranty. I said, come on, guys, this is real life. You have to choose a down payment. You have to choose somebody giving you closing costs. You have to choose a home warranty compared to a swimming pool. A swimming pool you don't need.
Right.
You
Absolutely.
know, so
You got
Question.
it's yes, ma'am.
Does the counties have control over how much money a person would get?
No, ma'am.
No. Okay.
No. It's 5% of the loan amount to the
Mhm.
max of
Right.
$35,000,
Or
Mhm.
whichever's
or
less.
whichever is less.
Okay. But the county cannot say, uh, if they cannot take away the whole 35,000 from you if you're qualified for it. They can't say, well, you can't get that. You can only get such and such.
No, ma'am.
Okay, good.
No. Those are different
Yeah.
programs. No.
right,
Mhm.
Mhm.
Okay.
right. The hometown hero is different from the county.
Yes.
Yeah.
You might
Right.
touch a little bit on the Orange County program too while she's asking that
Okay,
question.
awesome. And just to add, can't stress enough, you hear the 35,000. Everyone that is qualified is not going to get automatically 35,000. Remember
Right.
that
I do
it's
understand
going
that.
to be 5% of the loan amount. So let's say, for example, $200,000 home, that'll be $10,000. So it's up to 35,000 or 5% of the loan amount, whichever is less. So that can be kind of a misconception. A lot of people automatically think, oh, I get 35,000. So
Right.
remember, 5% of the loan amount, not to
Right.
exceed 35,000 or whichever is less.
And can this be stacked?
It can. It can
Okay.
be with other down payment assistance
Yes.
programs. It can, as long as the other
Okay.
down payment assistance programs allow it. Florida Hometown Heroes will allow other programs to be stacked with it as long as they're in second lien position. They remain in second lien position. So the other down payment assistance has to be willing to, accept third place, third lien
Okay.
position.
Talking about lien, you have to repay this.
Yes.
You have to repay
Yes,
the.
ma'am. The Hometown Heroes, yes, is the loan, whatever they give you for down payment or for the 5% is there with zero interest, but there's nothing that you have to repay right away or anything like that. Normally is due if you sell the house, if you go ahead and put it no more as a personal primary residence, you're going to put it as a rental or an investment property. This is something that will automatically say, hey, you have to pay this money back. Or if you owned it for the whole entire 30 years and you've come to your last payment, that's when it's actually due.
Oh, okay.
Yes. But for the lifetime of the loan, you don't have to make any payments. If you're living in it, it's not due until the end. Now, if you want to go ahead and pay it up front, you can, but nobody does it.
So after 30 years, if you live in your house for 30 years, after 30 years, you have to repay that? Is that what you're saying?
Yes, ma'am. Now, what happens a lot with Hometown Heroes that I've been seeing on history is that by the time 5, 7, or 10 years come, the people are selling their home.
Yep.
But because they've had so much equity, so much equity in their house, then they just pay it back by the time they're selling it, and they're still getting money.
They sell their house to pay back.
Minus it.
They're living it for 30 years. After 30 years, they pay it back because their house will value a lot more.
Exactly.
Yes.
Right.
Exactly.
So they just deduct it from your proceed.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Right. All right. Okay.
That's a good question. Viv, you said something that is super important to me. You said that's something that you want, not need. Guys, I emphasize that a lot. And the reason why I do is because you have to be able to know, is this something that I want or need? We have to make sure that when we're in this position, is it something that I want or need? There's sacrifices that need to be done when you're buying a house. Great example with Viv, a pool. You know that you guys can get a pool later on in life. If it's something that you can sacrifice right now to have the capacity to own your own home, do that.
Right.
Please, because a lot of people get it confused with, no, that's what I want. Or say, no, I need that. No, you don't need it. It's something that you want. It's the same thing. You have to know the difference between, I want those pair of Jordans, or I need that food for my household.
Right.
You need to see which one weighs more. If you need your family, then feeding your family first is one of the options. Your Jordans can wait until you have enough funds to get your Jordans.
Right.
But a lot of people confuse that, and you need to know what you want and need.
Yeah, need versus wants is important. That's what I try to get them to figure out, and that's why we played the game twice. One was with 15 or something thing in it, and then the other was with 7. So make sure that they're only picking the things that they really need and not the things that they want. Because they don't understand, and that's why we have to teach them. To say you don't need a pool. A pool is just going to cost you more money. Because you're going to have to take care.
Oh yes.
Compared to choosing the home warranty that might help you fix your appliance, or choosing the down payment, the closing costs that might, be able to reduce, you bringing any extra money to the table and stuff like that. So,
correct.
It's important for
Absolutely.
us to. We can't reiterate enough and teach these people enough to say go out and buy that home. A lot of people keep worrying about the interest rate. I don't even talk about interest rate to people. I said, you know what, you're gonna marry that house and you're gonna date that rate.
Yes.
Okay, because you can always refinance. My house normal interest rates. You guys got to get this out to these people. Normal interest rate is 7%.
Is where we are right now.
Is
Correct.
where we at right now. That's normal. So don't sit there and say you're waiting, because what market are you waiting on? Are you waiting on a multiple offer market? Then you're going to pay more for your house, and your house is going to be upside down before you buy it. What are you waiting for?
I agree 100%. And that's a good point too, because just so you know, with Hometown Heroes, I just want to shop for interest rates. There is no shopping for interest rates. The interest rates is what Hometown Heroes puts it at. You can see it in their website. It doesn't matter what lender you go to. Hometown Heroes is going to have a set interest rate.
Wow.
They change it in a daily basis too. So we have to go into their website to check what they're offering at that day that you get into
I didn't know
contract.
that. Okay. Wow.
Yes.
Okay.
So there is no, hey, but I want a lower interest rate and they're offering me this over here. Not with Hometown Heroes or not, because Hometown Heroes housing, is it Florida Housing
Corporation.
Corporation sets their interest rates for Hometown Heroes. We have nothing to do with it.
Okay, that's good to know. Okay, that's something new. Every time I talk about this Hometown Hero program, I learn something new about it.
And then also to add right there too is that, and it has to be a participating lender. So all lenders aren't registered with Florida Hometown Heroes.
Correct.
So if you have someone's out there listening and you have a realtor and they have a lender, you need to make sure, because time is of essence, all right? Because as soon as July 1st comes, mark my word, it's probably going to be gone within 30 days.
Right,
so you have a lender that a realtor like them, a lender like us, Hometown Mortgage and Equity, that's registered with them, so that we could get the money in your hands and get everything approved for you.
Yeah, okay, that's good that you got to be registered. Okay, that's awesome to know that. And they set their rates. Okay, all right. So those are something new that I didn't know about. So I learned something from the talk today. I can't say I didn't.
So, question: how does people know about this Hometown Heroes loan program?
With what we're doing right now.
Hey, other than this podcast. It's in the newspapers.
No, ma'am. You gotta have some good realtors like yourselves that are taking the word out to the public. Us advertising it, letting them know that Hometown Heroes is there. Sometimes they do come out on the news. Sometimes they don't. But really, it's our job as we work in this environment and this industry to get the word out there and let them know that Hometown Heroes exist. It's like what Viv says, there's money out there. It's not just Hometown Heroes.
Yes.
There's so many programs out there, but you need to have the right connection that knows about these programs. Everyone does not work these programs. Some people will not even do them. Okay.
Right.
So if you are not connected or at least involved with someone that does this, you will not know.
It's really and if the lender don't tell you, then you don't know that.
You don't know. Exactly. Right.
But Orange County, with Orange County program, they put it out there because a lot of the people that comes in the class comes from Orange County.
Yes.
So the county is advertising, the payment and the grant program and stuff like that.
Real quick, guys. Also, you can go to floridahousing.org. That is who Florida Hometown Heroes is issued through, is the Florida Housing Finance Corporation. Florida Finance Corporation, Housing Finance Corporation is the umbrella over which Florida Hometown Heroes is under. So floridahousing.org. So you can always go there and see, what's happening and see they have bond programs too. So as Melissa was mentioning earlier, there's a plethora, there's a multitude of down payment assistance programs issued all through the state. And it's our job as lenders, to find the right down payment assistance programs for you. Another important fact to mention too is that all down payment assistance programs are not created equal. Most of them require classes like this one. It'll waive it for veterans. Others will not. Orange County, Viv, you're mentioning, because I had a situation, a veteran that was looking to which one should he pick, Florida Housing or the Orange County assistance. But Orange County did not waive the class. Everybody has to take the class. So every down payment assistance program is not equal. And so it's our job as your lenders and your realtor to connect you with lenders that are able to research. Because we don't know every in and out of every program that's offered, but we will find out and research it for you because there's hundreds.
You hear that? They will find out and research it for you.
Correct.
You know, but that's really good stuff. Is there anything that we didn't talk about the Hometown Heroes program that we need to talk about?
No, we pretty much hit all the pointers. Now, Viv, with your permission, I do want to just do like a real quick recap in Spanish real quick.
Yes,
So just so my Spanish viewers that are out there, they know what's going on. Solamente para recapitular el programa del día de hoy, era para que ustedes pudieran saber que el programa de Hometown Heroes existe, empieza el julio 1. Están dando hasta 100,000 millones de dólares. Viene el julio 1. Entonces, lo que estábamos diciendo es que es importante que ustedes sepan que tenemos la oportunidad de poder cualificarlos en este momento, empezar el proceso en este momento, porque faltan solamente 3 semanas que van a dar el dinero. Y los requisitos súper importantes, crédito mínimo 640, el trabajo tiene que estar registrado aquí en el estado de la Florida y también tienes que ser full time, que significa que estás trabajando por completo en el trabajo, que tu verificación de empleo diga que eres full time. Si es así, aplica. Mira que estamos aquí para ayudarte, hablamos español. Entonces no te tienes que sentir confuso o que creas que no vas a entender. Explicamos todos con mucho detalles. Busquen las opciones, por favor. Busquen las opciones porque hay dinero allá afuera que le puede ayudar para ustedes comprar su casa, su propiedad, todo lo que ustedes necesiten. Estamos aquí para ayudarlos. Está la información de nosotros. Nos puede llamar con toda la información posible y nosotros se la damos.
Awesome.
Thank you guys for giving me that.
Awesome. But this is good conversation.
Yes.
You can come back on anytime you want and talk about anything, any program that has to do with just helping the community. Because just like Beverly says, we have to get this out there. And we have to get it out there. Now, I see that I do follow you on your Instagram and I repost your things because that's what we do. Anytime you guys read my stuff, I know I see, always remember, repost those things because when I see your stuff, I see Michelle's stuff, I repost it. I see Melissa's stuff, repost it, because when you repost it, other people on other pages, people on my pages see it, people on your pages see it. So that's how we get these things out there and get this information out there, because just like I said, Orange County never runs out of money. And I said, maybe because not enough people know about it.
Correct.
If enough people know about it, and I've been doing that for years, Orange County program for years, and they've never ran out of money because not enough people know about it. So we have to put this out there and we have to share it and keep sharing it, because somebody out there needs to buy a house because rent is just too expensive.
Correct.
And as a lady, rent is out of control, and it's for us we have to get that back. Just think about the money that they could be spending on their house compared to throwing it away at rent. And just like you said, when you sell that house, even if you got 40,000 or 10,000, when you sell that house, you would have made so much more money and pay back that 10,000 or that 40,000, and you still have money left over to either to go buy another house or go do what you want to do.
Exactly.
So we have to learn about, creating generational wealth. They say the Latinas and the African American are the furthest behind of owning houses, because we don't have the knowledge and, to go out there and we're too scared to step out there and step out in faith and take a chance and say, okay, we're going to get our credit up. Most of these people that we contact us and say they want to buy a house, their credit score is 400. So it's for us to say, okay, there's a class that we're going to teach you.
Correct.
How to fix your credit. And just like you said, it's not going to cost anything. So let's draw these people in.
Absolutely.
Okay.
Absolutely.
And say, come for a credit work. Don't call it credit repair. because then they're going to be shy away and call it a credit workshop or something like that.
Correct.
Let me help
Yeah,
you. Let me show you
makes
what to
sense.
do. So let's do that, ladies. And that's why I had the opportunity of meeting with you on Monday. I was telling Melissa when I came on, I went out to the truck and came back as I was talking to somebody, went to the toilet and flushed my diamond ring down the toilet. So I will always remember that building.
Oh my gosh.
I will
It's
always
horrible. She's gonna remember that for the rest of her life.
I used to rush home, and then all of a sudden I look at my finger. Only the wedding bands was still left on my finger. The diamond ring was gone, and the toilet was automatically flushed, and it flushed it down there. So
Oh my
I will
God.
always remember that building right by Mall of Millennium, across from the Mercedes Benz almost.
So horrible.
Oh, did you replace your diamond yet, Viv?
Berta always find me diamonds, so I found another one in the drawer.
Oh, okay.
So he's always buying me rings, but just to say that material things is not that important. That's why we need to make sure we get in homeowners into houses, and we need to put that out there. And Melissa, I appreciate, I applaud you for what you're doing. I have to grab Michelle and tell her she needs to do more of that stuff because she's so afraid. So I have to grab her. So I'm glad that she has you to kind of help her.
Definitely.
I see you. So help her get the word out, get the stuff out. And let's get these people into houses. Let's make a plot that says, hey,
just so you know,
educate these people.
I wanted to emphasize something that you said that is super important, that rent is supposed to be temporary. You're supposed to rent until you fix your situation. And then once you fix your situation, then you go buy a house. Rent is not supposed to be forever. And that's what I think that people get confused. No, this is my place. But no, it's not supposed to be like that. Rent is supposed to be something that is temporary until you have gotten on your feet. You know where you're going. The next step is owning a house. You're not supposed to be renting for the whole entire life. You're supposed to rent temporary, own home forever.
Absolutely.
But these days,
I hit a realtor
when you're
once
renting, if it's you alone, you won't be able to save to buy the house because the rent is so expensive. So if a couple of people can put together and live together for a while, that could be a great deal because you won't be able to buy a house because rent a 2-bedroom is 2,000 change, 2,500, 2,600. So you have to be skillful. You have to be that's the word I want to use.
Frugal. You have to figure it out.
Yes, you have to figure it out. You have to be frugal too.
Yeah.
Because some things you can say that I don't want to live with nobody. But maybe you can rent a 2-bedroom apartment and you live there and then you save to buy your house.
Well, I heard a realtor once say everybody's paying a mortgage. It's either yours or somebody else's.
Yours or somebody else's.
When you hear that, that should really resonate.
Yeah, everybody's paying a mortgage.
Yep. I have a friend whose father paid rent for 30 years. Can you imagine paying rent for 30 years? How many times over you would have paid off?
That's what I was saying.
Somebody had to tell this lady how much money she paid
within 3 years. She would have spent almost $80,000.
Correct.
Rent. So and then I had a gentleman that went to his accountant, and the accountant says, "Are you renting? Are you owning?" He said, "I rent." He said, "Do you realize you pay your landlord $80,000?" He was shocked.
Yep.
When you do the math,
right away, he called me, says, "Viv, I need a house," and he bought a house. So that's what we have to put out there. So as many as this show as we need to do, feel free. Let's carry on the conversation. And making sure that we getting this out there, because remember, we can always once I share back the video with you guys, or as a matter of fact, I don't know if you guys was recording, because you can record your own your own session there while you're there, but I'll share it back with you when I get a chance. I'm going to run out and then come back, and then I'll share it back with you. But you can always go on my Facebook channel, and you can always go on my LinkedIn. It's going to be on my LinkedIn, and then when I get back later on, I'll brush it up, and then of course when I come back, I'll share the YouTube channel with you, and then you guys can always subscribe to the YouTube channel as well. Go ahead and tell everybody where they can reach you at, and then we're going to sign off for now.
Okay. Melissa Correa, 407-580-1388. That is my cell phone number. You guys can definitely reach me there, or you guys can also email me at Correa, which is MCORREA at myhomecomings.com.
Absolutely. And you can reach me at, I'm Michelle Freeney, a mortgage loan officer, and my number is 720-937-4258. And email is myoung at myhomecomings.com, which I believe Viv also has there in the caption. And just to kind of close to here too, Melissa and I and our co-branch manager, Maria Escobar, we work as a team with your realtor. So you just don't have just one lender, you have three. So the ball is never dropped. We're always in the loop to make sure that your questions are answered, your calls are answered, your emails are answered. So we are the quarterbacks for you to get you across the finish line. And also, anyone out there, first-time home buyer, don't be afraid to call. There's no stupid question. You've taken your class with Viv. You know, Viv has I know she's done an excellent job. Do not shy away just because I'm afraid, I don't understand, what the process is. We will hold your hand along the way.
Correct.
We understand that this is a very stressful time. It's the biggest purchase in your life. Just start. If you want to just do a consult to see where you are, we can do that. Mm-hmm. And if you're not ready, we will help you get there.
Yes.
Okay.
Just remember, we're humans just like you guys. We've been in the same position. Well, I know I have. I've been in the same position. First time home buyer, freaking out, scared, thinking how I'm going to do it. So we've been there. We understand. We really, really do.
And what I like about you guys is when I sat down and talked to you, you say you're a team. So that means if one of you guys leave and go on vacation, there's still three people behind that's looking at the file. So there's nothing that's going to be dropped and nothing that's going to be when they're asking for things, it's going to be there. So that's what I like about you guys. And I can't wait to do some business with you guys.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
All right. Ready. Yes. So we're signing off for now. And we will see you back. I will bring these ladies back on again and we'll talk about other kind of program. But right now they're just talking about the Hometown Hero program. That means you need to get what you need to get in, because when that money hits in July, before you know it, within a few weeks, it is gone. So I thank you guys for watching. Viv the Caribbean team, preferred real estate brokers selling the American dream here in Central Florida. Thank you for listening. See you on the next episode of Your Voice Matters.
Awesome.